everybody? Welcome back to A Reel and a Beer. We have been sidelined for long enough. I got my man X and my man Big D in the house with me. Guys, how you guys been doing?
Pretty good, man.
Good, man. Good. Ready to get back at it.
Dude, it's been a while, man. We've taken a lot of time off. All of us had family stuff and family members passing away, and it's been a pretty rough little patch for us. But no better way to get our heads out of the muck, so to speak, than to do a trailer reaction. And Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, trailer number 2 is, from what we've been hearing online, this one had to drag us out. So it's supposed to be opening the doors to everything. This is supposed to blow the doors off, actually. So it's going to be like a melee of what could come after this or during this, actually. So
the meat of Phase 4, right?
That's right. This is the path that the whole MCU is about to take in one nutshell. So let's get it going, man. No more talking.
Every night, I dream the same dream.
Let's see.
Then, the nightmare begins.
Watch.
I did what I had to do
Good visuals.
to protect our world. You can't control everything, Strange.
Yeah.
The doorway between universes. And we don't know who or what will walk through it.
Wanda, what do you know about the multiverse?
Viz had his theories. He believed it was dangerous.
He was right.
I'm sorry, Stephen. Your desecration of reality
Oh, snap.
will not go unpunished.
We should tell him the truth.
What the hell? What the hell?
Oh, that's real. Oh, that's real.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Is that the Illuminati?
Things just got out of hand.
You break the rules. Look out!
Oh, thanks.
You become a hero. I do it. I become the enemy.
Oh, dude. It's a star in the... Yep. That's Westworld. They're in Westworld.
That doesn't seem fair.
Yeah. Hold up. That's zombie. Was that Zombie Strange? Was that not Zombie Strange?
What?
It looked like Wanda turning zombie. Bro, what just happened?
That's a lot done back.
What just happened?
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool.
Dude, I thought they were. I've read some reviews and all, and I was like, they said it's too much to take in one sitting. Like that what?
Hey, man.
They don't have the guts to do all that in one.
Oh, shit.
You think they do?
I think they do.
You start us off.
Okay. Hey, man, that's Professor X. Off the rip. That is Professor X. If that's... God, man, they're opening it up obviously for Fox to come in. The Fox characters, well, they're not the Fox characters, but the ones they bought out.
What Danny Martin's been wanting for years
He
now?
has been screaming that for a long time. Hey, man, I'm almost at a loss for words. The visuals look great. I didn't think Sam Raimi could pull that off. The director of the original Spider-Man, what's his name? Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Well, you know, he's done some horror movies too and stuff, so he's got the...
I didn't know that. Really?
He's got that aspect of bringing it dark too for
Gotcha.
when that interdimension stuff happens.
She looks like Wanda's look like she's embracing the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Thing now. So
Full blown.
that's so. I can't wait to see it. I know we usually, a long time ago, we used to always give it like, we going to go the first night. I'm there first night. I'm there first night. First night.
D, what you got?
Right there on the screen where you got on the TV, that's the big part of it. Sam Raimi and Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it right there. Both of them do a fantastic job visually, as you can see from this trailer. The biggest thing for me personally to take away from it is there's so many cameo possibilities. We see Professor X and the Illuminati. You know, are we going to see another version of Tony Stark? You know, that's one of the rumors that we have been hearing. Are we going to see Black Bolt? Are we going to see Reed Richards? You know, are we going to get to see the rest of the Illuminati? Are those the Ultron Sentinels that, you know, that Tony Stark from another dimension has? Is this, you know, Earth and they're bringing it in? I tell you, another part that I took away from it that kind of reminds me where it almost looks like things are spinning out of control, and he goes to Wanda and she says, "We know you change things and you're a hero and I do it and I'm a villain."
I like that.
You know, it's almost like he realizes at that point, it's like in The Hangover where it's like, you know, he's Bradley Cooper on the phone like, "Oh shit, I fucked up."
Yeah.
And so the biggest thing and stuff too, man, that there's so many possibilities. It's going to be a huge movie. I just think as long as the plot and the main storyline flows and makes sense, that they don't let it get too all over the place.
Gotcha.
I think it's going to be fantastic because, you know, Strange has the ability, you know, now that Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man is gone, Doctor Strange still has that ability and stuff to be the comedic relief. He's funny, he's serious. You know, we've seen him go toe-to-toe with Thanos and stuff. So we know that any kind of fighting and battle and stuff, it's going to be unbelievable.
You're full of tricks, wizard.
You got anything else?
That's it for me.
All right, my thing. I think D hit on a couple of things. I want to point out. The one, at what point is it too much? Like, how much can you put into a movie and it just not? In other words, how much can you put into the movie with cameos and what's the possibilities of the future and take away from the movie? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a fine line they gotta figure it out. I know you want to leak this, and this, but you don't want it to take away from the overall movie. That's why I thought Spider-Man worked so good because, I mean, you didn't see those cats until 2/3 of the movie was over with, and then when they come in, by the time they hit the screen, they had purpose, and it flowed and it worked good. In other words, I don't want you to just throw Professor X in here to make somebody have a "oh my god" moment, and then it don't have nothing else to do with the movie. Like, you know, why is he here? And it looked, no, we don't know, but it looked like he's in a room with 6 chairs, which could be the Illuminati, could be. But then where's the Ultron ties that we've seen there with the Illuminati? Because look who was bringing Strange in to talk. So that's an aspect that I thought was really, really kind of unique. And another one I think that's really unique is what Derek said, picked up on, was when she does it, she's the villain. Is this foreshadowing for her to be a straight up villain in this? Because if she is, and it's him and her going at it, bro, get your popcorn ready.
He's got his hands full.
Because it's gonna be, because she's on another level than that level she was on when she took Thanos on one-on-one and almost killed that guy. She's on a whole nother level because after watching, no spoilers, after watching her show, you know why she's on another level now. So my thing is, it feels great for us to be back in the saddle and having these discussions, but it also, golly, I don't know. I mean, Marvel, do they got the guts to make all these guys canon?
Yes.
Are we going to see Hugh Jackman?
Yes. I don't think in this one.
I don't think in this one either, but do they got the guts to do it?
You want to know where you're going to come in at?
Where?
Secret Wars.
Yeah.
I think you'll say that probably either that's canon or that was a scroll. Either one.
Another thing is, like, what about the ones like him who, quote unquote, died? Do they bring him back, or is this a different version of him, or is this another, like, not the Earth 616 Wolverine? Is this someone else? How could they do that and use Hugh Jackman? That's another question.
Well, there was a storyline in the comics when they brought in Old Man Logan.
True.
Well, Old Man Logan was, quote unquote, the last movie, right?
Right, that's true. But I'm just saying, that's a storyline where they brought
in the
it in.
comics, you know who the villain in Logan, Old Man Logan was, though, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
The Maestro.
Right, gotcha.
So we may be getting rid of Professor Hulk and seeing the Hulk turn back into what he can be. He may be a villain.
And we just had a movie where we just had a shitload of villains that they brought in before. You see, so you can bring in Logan right before he, gets put up like an ornament.
Yeah. I think that, man, there's so many possibilities here. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but after watching this, how do you not?
I mean,
How do you not? How does
you
your wheels not turn?
you can't doubt Marvel. Besides, I haven't seen the one. What's it called? Eternals. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. But everything else pretty much has been slam dunk for Marvel.
Yeah.
From my understanding, I haven't seen Eternals.
Yeah, we will talk about that one.
Since we've been gone, there's been a lot happening. A lot of obviously, shows on Disney Plus. It's been fantastic, and but I'm with you on that. If you're batting 900 and something percent, 90 something, I mean, if they were at the plate, they'd be batting 900. So I mean, they got one or two that you're just like, they may have one that's your favorite. Like Captain Marvel, you may be like, it's not my movie, but it's watchable. I mean,
but does this have the potential to be one of those signature Marvel movies? Like, cause listen, we talked about it. Spider-Man is probably
it's top 3, top 2.
Easily. Yeah. I'm talking like not even just Marvel. It's easily a top comic book movie. Period.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's. I don't know if any of y'all done seen it yet. If you haven't, I don't know what you're waiting on, but
surely you have. I mean,
it's
to tell you what kind of movie it is. I mean, well over $1 billion. It's at, I don't know, is it 1.5?
1.7 last I saw.
Okay, 1.7 billion during these times when the
Right.
theaters are closed. I mean, if this was during the meat and potatoes of the Marvel run, this thing be pushing, ain't no telling what.
Yeah.
It would pass in game.
It will pass in game.
I mean, it ain't even, because the movie theaters themselves are at about 60%.
Right.
Think about that.
That's crazy.
What I mean, you guys got any final thoughts?
They gotta pull it off, and that's the one thing that I think that we already have said. Like, if you're gonna just throw cameos out there, but at the same time, it is called Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
So to see it has to make sense though. Like you were saying, if I see a cameo, if I see Reed Richards, okay, is this going to be the Reed Richards going forward, or is this somebody
Reed
else?
Richards.
Right. But could they bring the Fox ones in? Could they have the nerve or the guts to bring in your boy and let him be Johnny Storm? Just like that. Just
You
for
think they
a
have the
quick-
guts to do that?
Yes, I think so. Why wouldn't you? But at the same time, it's got to make sense. When you see him, it's got to make sense. That's it.
That'd be
Not just it flash past the
Hey.
screen like.
You would have to have a set big enough to bring in on dump trucks to do that after his role in the regular MCU.
But see, it's fan service for us though. We get it. The younger kids is going, well, what is he doing? Like they may not get that.
But you know what preluded all this?
What's that?
Was Quicksilver in the WandaVision.
Yeah, let's set it off. Yeah,
I mean, we look back at that now and you're like, because in the show they said it was a joke, but it wouldn't. Now you look back at it and you're like, hold on, this ain't a joke.
yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
I mean, what you talking about fan service? Think about that.
And is it all tying into at the end? Because we got the whole Loki show with variants. And all
I'm
that.
going to tell you this. There will be an X-Men versus Avengers eventually.
Yeah,
It's happening.
I see that.
It may be a decade from now, but you can go ahead and count that one. You can go ahead and count it.
Okay.
Bring in Onslaught.
You can go ahead and count it. That's going to be another episode for another time. We got a lot of work to do.
Oh,
between
we
now.
got a lot to talk about.
This is kicking it.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
kicking
yeah.
off, blowing the doors open, though. Okay, Spider-Man had knocked on the door and it got cracked a little bit. This is fixing to blow the doors
Get the
off.
whole door.
It's over.
Cause both of them are about to eat now. There's going to be a Spider-Man 4 and there's going to be a
And like-
Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Hey, like it's-
they're eating again.
Like this cat right here said, man, the best way to describe this, once they do this, once Marvel does this, it's like toothpaste. You can't put it back in the tube.
No,
This is
can't.
it.
You can't.
Once this happens, you can't reverse what's about to happen.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, knock it out.
Again, they beat DC to the punch again.
Yeah.
Flash is
Yep.
it's almost like this.
Yep.
But they beat him to it again. It's like every time. Like,
You know what DC's fixing to do, though?
they should just scrap the whole thing.
No. You know what they're fixing to do?
What
And I
they-
think it's kind of genius, too.
What's that?
They're going a totally different angle, a totally different route. This is 100% true. They are fixing to forefront their villains. That Joker movie,
Better.
I'm telling you, that's the way they're going.
Better.
They're fixing to start forefronting their villains because that's never been done before.
Yeah, they're better.
And which is going to be their unique version of a product that they have. And that Joker movie was obviously one that I think everybody we had mixed feelings about it.
Right.
Some people absolutely loved it, some people hated it. But to make, put that villain in the forefront of the movie and not worry about him having that back and forth with a Batman, let him be him, that's something we've never seen before from a villain standpoint.
Agree.
And your girl, Harley Quinn and her cousins and brothers, you saw what that spun off Peacemaker.
Gotcha.
They're starting to do that now. They're wanting to popularize their villains. I think it's because they can't keep going behind Marvel.
Oh,
Because it don't matter what they do, they're always going to say, well, Marvel. I know they're tired of hearing that. But what they can't do is say, hey, we're going to make a Red Skull movie.
But they do have a shot. You do have a Superman, who is the OG of superheroes.
No, I think they got
just keep
the
putting
two.
them on the shelf.
I think they got the two most popular superheroes ever. There's no doubt about that, and they have the most popular villains ever. I mean to me, it's 1,000% laziness.
Right. I agree with that.
Because look, up until 2008, it wasn't even close. It was complete domination on the comic book world. DC was destroying Marvel up until 2008 when Iron Man dropped. And as soon as they did that, the heads of DC should have said, hey, we got some work to do and we got to go fast.
They felt comfortable.
That's what I'm saying. They were eating and not putting in work. We'll throw them a Batman movie series here. Since '89, we'll throw them that Batman. Then we'll do a couple more of those, and then Christian Bale comes in. We'll throw them that. And then when that Iron Man movie hit, they should have been like, don't wait till the Avengers. It's over then.
Right.
Because once they had Iron Man, and then they had Hulk, then Iron Man 2, and then Thor, then the Avengers, it was over. Or Cap, then the Avengers, it was over. It was over. It was done then. I mean, that they should have been hard at work when they seen that. They all the executives should have went and seen the early screening of that, and they should have went back and started writing right then, man.
Wait a minute, they're connecting these characters? Now, why can't we do that?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Well, it's stupid.
Look at just the Batman stories. Look at the Superman stories they could have went with.
Yeah, but when you burn out with Batman, they're dead. They're dead. They're already basically just sitting out in the ocean now, surrounded by sharks.
Yeah.
When Batman burns out, and you're damn near doing it. The GOAT come out next month, which we are still going to, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go see the GOAT. That's gonna be
Interesting to see it.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh yeah, the biggest thing too is I feel like on this new Batman and stuff with the Riddler, we're not going to get that typical Jim Carrey orange hair, green spandex with question marks all over it and this happy-go-lucky little goofball that thinks he's smart. You're going to see, in my opinion, a Heath Ledger type Joker. You're going to see a Riddler that does massive damage, that is a genius, that is a psychopath killer, that is blowing everything up and doing these awesome, intricate puzzles and everything else. It's not going to be some happy-go-lucky guy that laughs and thinks it's cute and spins a cane on his finger.
Yeah. Now you'll get a sadistic killer.
And I think that's the reason and stuff that this Batman is going to be successful. Nobody realized and stuff back when the Nolan series and stuff began. The villains and stuff, because it did take it dark and those villains were so fantastic. That's part of what makes those Batman movies so great.
Yeah. Right. Guys, we're going to shut this one down. We went obviously a little long, but we've been out of the saddle so long. We wanted to touch base with you guys. We appreciate you guys watching. As always, if you haven't, click like and subscribe to A Real Beer. We really would appreciate it. Appreciate the feedback you can give it to us. We would like to obviously get back in the saddle and doing a lot more of these and plan on it. So hit us back. Thank you so much.